last year and the difference between him and who he is now, right, is based on the things he has acquired, or the knowledge he has acquired between the 1 year. So he was basically trying to say that who he was in 2020, right, there's a better version of that person now in 2021, and that's why he can command greater value, because what he's going to be teaching his students or the people in his mentorship program will be greater than um the what he taught them in the previous year. And then, okay, anticipating that maybe he was going to be add another 50, and I was looking at 2022, I was saying, okay, maybe it's going to be 200,000 now. And then when he puts the price tag, he puts 50, I was like, why is he commanding so much, right? And then if you pay and then you are a part of his class, you know that there's a difference, and that's basically stemming from the books he reads, the courses he takes, the seminar he attends. He's just open to knowledge, right? Knowledge acquisition. And this is one way you can increase um this is one way you can increase your income, because once your knowledge, the increase in your knowledge, right, determines the value you can give out. No one ever, you can't get water from an empty well. You can't get water from an empty well, right? You can't give what you don't have, right? Someone today maybe is just has he has 1 year of experience in data analytics, right? So he might not really command a lot. When they say they want to pay him something minimal, you say okay, because I mean it's just 1 year. But if you give him time and you give him like 5 years, 6 years, of course what he knows and what he has acquired, or things he has experimented on, right, will definitely have an effect to how much he can command at this point, right? So he's definitely going to command a greater value, right? So this is one of the income stimulators. And how do you basically apply this, right? If you're a business owner, I'll give two illustrations, because the main aim is to link all of this to how you can actually use this to generate more income. Let's go, for instance, let's say you're a business owner and you have a certain knowledge on um sales, marketing. Let's say you are into the line of makeup. I'll give different scenarios so like it's well understood. Okay, so let's say you're into the line of makeup now, and then the makeup you do, right? Maybe you can only command, let's say, 10,000 per hour or 15,000 per hour session. And of course, you know that those that can command 200,000, or those that do the bridal makeup, those are like the pinnacle. You get, so the bridal makeup guys, what they know, right, will definitely be different from what you know. And that's because they've given themselves to years of experience, practice, and knowledge acquisition, right? And this boils down to everything we've been saying, right? So if you are giving yourself to knowledge amplification, right, it means that you are giving yourself to knowledge growth. That means you are growing in knowledge. And because of this, let's now go back to the example we're using, makeup, right? Okay, now you are commanding 10,000, and then okay, let's say, of course, you're not going to be available throughout the year. I don't think there's anyone that does that ticket all throughout the year that was available. Some will always have a break where they go to learn something new. They use their profits they've made to invest back in themselves, to go for better makeup classes, and then from there they can now command a greater value. And the thing about commanding a greater value is that when people see your worth, they don't mind paying for it, right? That's one scenario. Now another scenario is, okay, let's say you are into the likes of you are a salesman or you're a marketer, and you at this point in time the knowledge you have can only get you about 100 sales a day, 50 sales a day. And then maybe when you're on the holiday period, you give yourself to knowledge amplification, and then you decide to learn more on sales and marketing. And then you find out that after maybe after going through the training, you are now more knowledgeable on getting 200, 300, 400 sales per day. Of course, this is going to affect your income, whether you are doing commission based or whether you are doing actual sales. It's still going to affect, because the more you sell, the more you receive. So this is why knowledge amplification is also good in this area. And then let's now also look at a corporate workspace, because like I said, I'm going to give as many examples as possible. In a corporate workspace, you came in as a graduate trainee. I'm just giving like the beginning. Came in as a graduate trainee, and then okay, you are in the advisory services, and then you can only use your knowledge, the knowledge you've gotten from your university education and let's say your NYC period, to advise, you get. And then the money you can command from your employers, of course, cannot be extensive. Like, you can't really negotiate like to an extent, you get. And that's fine, because of course it's your first year. And then let's now give yourself time. Let's say you've gotten a deluge of experience, you've now read books on advisory, you've gotten a lot of information, you've spoken to people, you've networked, and then you are now saturated with knowledge to a point where you can say, okay, I can take the role of the head of advisory services, and then of course the income you can command too will be more. So this is the importance of knowledge amplification in the growing of your income, you get. And it even applies to those, let's even now use those that are leveraging on the internet, on digital space, to make their money, right? And let's say those that are selling courses, right? Okay, let's say you have a course and then you've promoted it, and let's say it is worth 20,000. Okay, after 1 or 2 years, you've noticed that some things have changed and you've gotten more knowledge, and then you are wiser in some areas. Do you get? And then you just decide to update that particular course. Of course, the amount you're going to charge will not be the same as what you were charging before. And this is one way you can also increase your income. And now let's now look at the second point, where we look at mentorship magic. I love this part so much, because most people try to deny the place of mentorship in um one's, we like call, even in your career journey, entrepreneurial journey, the place of mentorship cannot be downplayed. And that's because your mentor is someone that you are meant to stand on. For me, I'm giving an illustration. Dr. Stephen Akitayo, he has been in the real estate game for years. He has made a lot of mistakes to get in the starting years, and now because I'm under him, I cannot make those mistakes, because he is going to mentor me, right? And he's going to teach me. And if I'm going towards that area, he will say, no, I've gone through here before, so don't do this, just do this. So you see that if let's say I'm going into short-let rentals now, and okay, I've been struggling with how to actually get or maximize my profits, and I now become a part of his mentorship program, and then he looks at my framework, and then he's seeing that there are a lot of issues here, and then he corrects these issues, and then he tells me that okay, do this way, do this way, do this way, and then it works out, right? You see that what he has done for me is that he has saved me years of struggle, months of struggle, and then the income comes in definitely. You get. So this is why you cannot ignore the place of mentorship in your personal finance journey, and even in your career or your entrepreneurial journey. The place of mentorship is super important. And I'll give you another illustration. It's still on him, because I'm someone that I normally listen to his teachings. I'm talking about Dr. Stephen Akitayo. I listen to his teachings and all. And he mentioned about a particular the guy who was going to short-let rentals as well. And then the guy has been in that area for 5 years. He has not been breaking even for 5 years. And then he decided to meet Dr. Stephen Akitayo. I think he met him on during one of his YouTube sessions. And then he decided to register for his mentorship. And in 1 year, he was able to break even. Now, this is a perfect illustration of income stimulators, because the thing is that he has been on break even for 5 years, right? A certain amount of income, to get he's not really making any profits and the likes.